Right, so today I'm checking out the Kaizen 7 string by Sterling Ball. So yeah, this is the Kaizen 7 Sterling by Music Man. It's basically the more affordable version of Tosin Abasi's Ernie Ball Music Man Kaizen. Same design idea, just built to be way more accessible price-wise. It was designed in collaboration with Tosin Abasi from Animals as Leaders, and the whole thing is built around that modern ergonomic concept he's known for. Lightweight, smooth playability, and loads of upper fret access. It's got a Nyato wood body, roasted maple neck, and a rosewood fretboard with 24 frets. The scale length is a straight 25.5 inches, so not multi-scale like the USA model, and it's got a pretty flat 15.75 inch radius, which makes it great for fast runs and bending. The neck uses a 5-bolt attachment, dual action truss rod, and Steinberger gearless tuners, which look a bit strange at first, but they're designed to keep tuning stable and smooth. There's a modern floating trem bridge, 1 volume, 1 tone, and a simple 3-way pickup selector. It's loaded with 2 uncovered ceramic humbuckers. Passive, not Fishman's, but they're meant to have that aggressive mid-range bite. The idea is you still get that clear, focused sound even in lower tunings. The design itself is super modern. That angular body shape, all the bevels and contours, the colour matched headstock, everything about it screams Tosin Abasi. It's a proper ergonomic guitar that's meant to feel effortless to play, and it's available in a couple of finishes: Fire Mist Purple Satin and Stealth Black, which is the one I've got here. So yeah, you can already see how slick it looks, lightweight, really comfortable looking, and clearly built with that modern playing style in mind. How did this guitar feel to play? Initially I thought I was going to hate it, no offense, but I mean look at it, weird shaped, it doesn't look comfortable, it's all pointy and weird and angled. Actually getting one, I really like it. It's actually really comfortable, which I'm guessing is why it's designed the way it is. Got a nice curve on the back, which sits against your tummy well. Sits in the classical position fine. I don't really notice any kind of like neck dive issues. I thought the tuning pegs were odd when I first saw them, and I was a bit thrown off by them, but I actually really like them. But playability wise, it feels great. Now I love 7-string guitars, I would love to have more, but I struggle to play them for a long period of time because I get hand cramp and all that kind of stuff. But this one is really comfortable. Not multi-scale, and I actually prefer that because I'm not a huge fan of multi-scale. It feels shorter than a normal size guitar, but actually it's the same scale length as any normal guitar. It's not an extended range one, it's not 27 inches or more, it's not baritone or anything. And for me, I quite like that because I'm used to 6-string guitars. The fret ends feel great, the fingerboard feels comfortable, the neck's really smooth on the back. It feels solid to play for like an hour or so. The pickup switch is easy to use, just freeway, and it just flicks easily. You can do it with your little finger. I was playing things that usually would knock it out of tune. I'm quite heavy-handed on the right hand and doing lots of bends and kind of high bends on the thinner strings and bends on the lower strings, and generally that would knock my guitars out of tune, and I'd have to at least have a break and readjust them. And this one, I had no problems at all. I didn't have to stop and tune it. Still in tune now. Sounds great. It feels really comfortable to play. Everything fits. My hand sits where it usually sits. I don't have any issues with having to like readjust the way I pick and stuff. It fits really comfortably on my lap like this. I've got no problems. It's an unpainted neck, which I like. It's smooth and kind of buttery. Heel joint is fine. The upper fret access is great because there's a cutaway here, so you can literally get all the way down to the 24th fret. I don't get any cramp in my hand either from holding it in this position, which again with a 7-string I usually would. It's not multi-scale either, so usually it would be thinner here and thicker here, but this just feels really smooth and comfortable. For me, it's always like holding these kind of shapes that give me cramp in my hand because it's just such a big stretch. Overall, it just feels incredibly comfortable and well built, and it sounds great too. Generally, when I look at 7 strings, it's things like 7-string variations of 6-string models I already have. This one is a shape I've never played or even seen before. I don't have anything like this. It's very odd shaped and it's very ergonomic, but it's really comfortable and I really like it. If I was going to get a 7-string, I actually would look at getting one of these. I love the purple one as well. Purple's one of my favorite colors. It's basically changed my mind on what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be hard to play. I thought it might be like pointy and it wouldn't do the sounds I like. I thought it would be uncomfortable after a while. I thought the tuning pegs would be really odd. And actually I really like it. And I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting to like this guitar as much as I do. Even the bridge, I haven't fully used the floating arm yet, but it feels comfortable, it stays in tune. It does what it's meant to do. Usually guitars with springs in can go out of tune quite easily, and this one hasn't, even without kind of the locking nut at the top. Usually that would be a problem. So overall, the playability is great, and I can't believe it's this well set up out of the box. So that's how it feels straight out of the box. The setup's solid, plays great, feels great in the hands. Pickups sound alright too. They're passive pickups, but they actually sound really good for low tunings, loads of clarity. You can still hear each note even when it is chugging. They've got that tight controlled low end, which I didn't really expect. I mean, I usually prefer actives, but for passive pickups, these are doing a great job, especially at this price point. They don't get muddy either, which is a big deal when you're down this low. Then on the neck pickup, this one's got a nice smooth tone. It's not overly warm or too dark, it just sits in a good spot for leads. Feels easy to play, sustains nicely. Still has that clarity in the higher register, which is good for melodic stuff. Again, I'd still probably swap these for Fisherman's just because that's my sound, but these hold up really well. So from a metal guitarist point of view, if you're after a 7-string that doesn't feel like you're lugging a heavy tank around, the Sterling Ball 7-string Kaizen really stands out. It weighs like 2.7 kilos. That's lighter than most 7-strings, even some of my 6-string guitars, which is mental. Which basically means when you're playing riffs or solos up on that 24th fret, you're not fighting with the guitar, you're just like in the zone. Because there's nothing worse than having to lift up your arm every time. It puts too much strain on your shoulder. The body shape and contouring were designed with purpose. The aggressive double cut design, beveled horns, sculpted heel, they all add to the upper fret access and basically sitting with it comfortably. And what I really liked was the roasted maple neck. It's definitely built for speed if you're doing riffs or if you're doing solos. Feels super comfortable and my hand didn't get stuck at all, wasn't sticky. I really liked the hardware. I've never used a bridge or tuning pegs like this before. I mean, usually having a guitar with like a floating bridge makes it really, really heavy. I know this isn't fully like a Floyd Rose or whatever, but it's an extra piece of metal that would weigh it down. There's springs in the back. Everything is adding to the weight. And how they've done this and still kept it around 2.7 kilos is mind-boggling. And it stays in tune, which usually floating bridge guitars without double locking nuts would have issues with staying in tune. Even some of my Floyd Rose guitars don't stay in tune as well as this. I'd say compared to its peers in this price tier, the Kaizen 7 is atypical. Few other 7-strings at this price combine this level of ergonomic design, lightweight and distinctive look. There's not really anything like it. Sure, there are signature models like Heafy's 7-string or Jackson's Misha Monseur's models, but they tend to cost more or they sacrifice on ergonomics and are way heavier. I'm really surprised Matt Heafy didn't come up with a guitar like this, considering that he wears like 2 straps to help out his back. That said, you do trade off some premium features. The pickups are ceramic humbuckers rather than like boutique pickups or Fishman Actives, which I'm used to. I'm a Fishman Active guy, so if I did keep one of these, I'd probably just change them for those. Just my preference. The build is cost sensitive, it's made in Indonesia, which makes it more affordable. And some people in the community do warn about the hardware or tremolo quality in the Sterling's wider line. So your mileage may vary, but as I said, I found that mine was kind of perfect out of the box. I didn't need to do anything. Ultimately, for someone like me who values comfort, look, playability, and extended range without spending boutique prices, this guitar ticks a lot of those boxes. If I'd had this guitar as my first 7-string, I probably would have never got rid of it. I've bought and sold my fair share of 7-strings. I've kind of had a love-hate relationship with them. And I really like this one. Like I said, the only thing I would change would be the pickups, and that's just down to preference. The older I'm getting, the more I like guitars to be light and ergonomic. But I think it really could benefit newer players, beginners who are getting their first 7-string as well, because it won't put you off. There's nothing worse than picking up a guitar and feeling like it's a massive tank or a 2-ton weight and you don't really want to play and it's not comfortable. It shouldn't feel like you're having to fight with it or push yourself to play with something. So I think for that reason alone, they've done a great job of making a super ergonomic, super light, easy to play, sounding great and affordable 7-string. Really, really impressed. If you want to know more about this guitar, click the links in the description below and let me know in the comments what your favorite feature was.